are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast featuring hosts Jay Hove, Chef, Weezy, and Coach Locke. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy is out on assignment. Godspeed to Weezy, but we got Coach Locke.
What's happening, fellas?
What's up? Cameraman, what's up? 300 of them things, ain't it?
Two. Wait a minute.
Different. All right.
Doing more. Okay.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
That's the cameraman I know. There we go.
That was right there. That was left cameraman.
That out of character right there.
Yeah.
Forgot who was at. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Episode 300, man. Woo. 300 of them things.
Feels good to say, right?
For sure, most definitely. We are bringing the 2019 year to a close with the third annual FSP Awards.
FSP style.
Yeah.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Fellas, 300 shows.
It's a lot.
First and foremost, we had our coat drive this week.
Yes, sir.
We would like to appreciate everybody that retweeted, everybody that liked, everybody that donated.
Oh, yeah.
More importantly, Edmondson Chapel Church.
Yes.
They looked out in an amazing way, as usual.
Absolutely.
For sure, we're going to do it bigger and better in 2020, but that was the first year we did that, and I was super fulfilling with that. Man.
Yeah, it felt good.
You know, having people donate the way that they donated. Some people went and purchased jackets, coats. Some people went deep into their closet.
Oh, yeah.
And had some stuff. But either way, it was very, very fulfilling for sure.
Successful for sure.
Super exceeded all my expectations.
Me too.
At a high level, man, for sure. So again, I'm at a loss of words because I couldn't believe the amount of support that we got for that code drive. So again, thank you for sure. 300 episodes though, so.
Man.
And we'll reflect a little bit more during halftime, but to do 300 of anything is an accomplishment by itself. And I just know where it started from and to see where it's at now. Look at this studio,
Man, don't it look good?
They're like, listen now, that was the next thing I was on.
Yeah.
With a full studio.
Yeah. Humble abode.
Right.
For sure. So the acoustics are at a high level right
Most
now.
definitely.
For sure. We got hella jerseys.
Good jerseys.
Predators stuff. We got Kobe Bryant. We got to get some Florida stuff.
Hey, listen, you got some Florida State stuff in here, Jeff.
But
got the AI stuff coming. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? How my AI fans, we will be here.
How we not getting no 49ers in
no
here?
49ers.
It's on the way.
Bills Mafia, don't you worry. Don't you
But
worry.
no, for sure, it looks great in here. It feels different, man.
Weezy, we forgot about you, man.
We
Titans.
forgot about you. We got some Titan stuff coming.
Yes, sir.
But no, the new digs feel great. We got a lot of stuff coming in 2020.
Yeah, man.
So man. So let's kick it off. Best of the week, fellas. What you got?
My best of the week is hitting the sneakers draw, man.
Uh-oh.
I hit the sneakers draw.
He said this like this is the first time.
It is the first time I hit a draw.
Coach?
It's the first time I've hit a draw. There's a difference between a draw and the scratch thing. This is the first time I ever entered and hit the sneakers draw.
Are you hit the joint today?
Yes. What I hit on draw, bro?
Bro, you get sneakers all the time.
That's not a draw, though.
Bro, that don't count. That ain't nothing to be best.
Yes, it is.
That ain't nothing to be.
Hey,
Are
when you
keeping-
get,
bro, you have Travis Scott's.
that's not a draw. That was a reserve pickup.
No, dog.
Yes, it was.
Either way, don't nobody get lucky like you.
Nah,
get lucky.
he
Can
go-
we say that?
Chris,
Chris does not get as lucky as you.
he's
bro.
Mr. Yeezy.
Bro, the Yeezys don't count. I'm talking about Nikes. Don't nobody care about Yeezys.
He got Travis Scott's too. Get them Travis socks.
Not off of Nike.
I didn't get mine off of Nike.
Yes, you did. You got your
Oh,
two
it was a reserve though. It wasn't.
You
I
got
didn't.
2 pair of Travis Scotts that you hit.
Talk
No,
your
I
talk,
don't.
Talk your talk, love.
What 2 I hit?
You hit the Forces.
That's it.
Oh, but I'm saying just.
Oh, now I'm just saying.
You get the Serenas. You got the Serenas.
That was not a draw.
He being specific.
Shout out to Coach Locke.
Yeah, for sure. What's your best of the week, Jeff?
Shout out to all my real ones out there. This our time
man.
of the year.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas coming up. Christmas Eve coming up.
Mhm.
Now you can start shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm about to start my Christmas shopping in about a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? It's my best of the week.
Listen to
Shout out to the real ones. You know, wait till the last minute. Check with old St. Nick.
Yeah.
Get everything together. Now
For
you can
sure.
shop.
My best of the week.
Okay. All right.
I got two best of the week. I'll do Weezy's best of the week first. We have merch. Hey. We can look over at Coach Lock here. If you're looking on YouTube, we have a Navy
Check it out.
hoodie
Check it
for
out.
sale. Please contact us if you want to purchase one. And to my right, we have Jeff sporting the red FSP hoodie that is also for sale. They are for sale right now as you listen to this. Please contact us if you want to purchase. It's a limited amount of supplies of those. So
They going fresh, hot off the press.
So in turn, please make sure that you contact us ASAP to purchase a hoodie. That's Weezy's best of the week. My best of the week is Erica Haynes Overton. She put herself in the transfer portal. I reported about this Nashville legend.
Yes.
She went to East. She went to East, right, Coach?
Yes.
East in Nashville here. I reported her as my best of the week. She went for 41 against the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. And a couple of games after that, she hurt her knee. So she's out for the rest of the year, but she's also transferring her junior year, and she'll play her junior year next year, probably at a big-time Power 5 school. So
Most definitely.
Best of luck to her. Godspeed to her as far as her injury, but that is a big deal. She played an ET issue prior to, so shout out to Erica.
That's a killer right there.
She hit UT with the
For the 40.
40s, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a killer right there,
Most
boy.
definitely. What about worst of the week, fellas? What we got?
Worst of the week. 16-year-old Carol Sanchez faking her kidnapping in New York.
Okay.
No, didn't that happen to her?
We was getting word.
Nah,
like,
man.
you know,
Last time I didn't go like that. The girl is well. She just faked her kidnapping while walking with her mother in New York.
Okay.
Supposedly she faked it though because she didn't want to move back to Honduras.
I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to go back to Honduras neither.
Whoa. We
Shout out to our Honduras listeners.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Man.
Sheesh.
What's your worst of the week, Jeff? Oh shit, that was loud.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
I'm gonna save it for the first half.
Okay.
It's
All
gonna be
right.
first half.
All right.
I'm disappointed in somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My worst of the week is David Stern, the first NBA commissioner of our generation. Had emergency brain surgery last week, still in very critical condition. Praise going up to him. Godspeed to the commish. I had a lot of bad words to say about David Stern because Kobe would have at least 6, maybe 7 championships if it wasn't for David Stern vetoing that trade for Chris Paul.
Trade, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I never forgave him for that, but I don't want him to die. Or anything.
I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah, for sure. So Godspeed to the commish. Hope he gets better. But, he ruined my boys at least maybe 7. He had CP in his prime, dog.
He had CP going into his prime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it would have been different out in LA.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Now make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV hip hop podcast with Animal Brown, Spike Lee, and producer M. Esther on the boards every Wednesday. The latest show is the Person of the Year show. It's up right now. Did you guys check that out?
I did for sure.
Very solid show.
Shout out to the guys at the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast. My Person of the Year 2019, it's not even close. It's myself. No, I'm joking.
We got to hit him with the 1-1-1.
I'm trying to think who my Person of the Year in hip hop is.
Hip hop?
It's almost what are you like? What it's your like? It's like what are you listening to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because it could be the baby.
Right.
It could be Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, it could be.
You know,
it's a great show though.
That's a good point.
I'm trying to think of who am I? I guess Jay didn't even drop anything this year.
He helped some people out though.
He helped some people out.
Jay helped people out.
Yeah. Drake did some great things this year.
J. Cole had a good year.
Cole had a great year.
J. Cole had a good year. Put his team in position.
For sure.
Yeah. Give me Griselda. Griselda as a whole.
Griselda as a whole.
Just Griselda as a whole.
Let's move right along to Fresher Than Your Average podcast featuring myself and Animal Brown. It's a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. Same great content with a new name. Our end of the year episode will be up very soon. Directly for the culture. Hit the hotline 629-777-5565 and drop a voicemail so we can answer your fashion related questions on the next issue. Wear your kicks. Cop responsibly.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-host.
Still in the new studio, huh?
Yeah, no,
You brought it on over.
it's
It's here.
travel.
Yeah,
Travel,
absolutely,
coach.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
travel, you know?
For sure.
And purchase your freshly, newly minted FSP merchandise.
Sure, man. Contact
You know
us
what I
at
mean?
DM us right now.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get it.
And catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. We're going to do this for Weezy one time. Just search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. RMG.
RMG, most definitely. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the clock.
So last week was tables, ladders, and chairs. So we had Who You Got.
Yeah.
I had a terrible showing, Jay. Terrible showing.
What
So
happened, bro?
first match, we had the Kabuki Warriors versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
Both of us had Kabuki Warriors winning.
Yeah.
They won.
Okay,
So
there we go.
then we had in the tables match, we had Bobby Lashley versus Rusev.
Okay.
You had Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
You won that.
Okay.
And then we had Bray Wyatt versus the Miz.
Yeah.
Not the Fiend Bray Wyatt, just Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
And it wasn't for the belt. So I
Okay.
figured that was going to be a win for the Miz.
I thought you picked right with that.
Oh, no, he got it right.
I did.
Bray Wyatt
Sure.
won. So
I can't
I had a
remember.
terrible show.
3 for 3. Yeah, for sure.
And you know, and you mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I wasn't really enjoying the product anymore.
For sure.
It was a little negative.
Yeah, for sure. You were.
It's
Come
better.
on. Turn the corner.
It's going into the best time of the year.
Okay.
Royal Rumble season starts, then we head to WrestleMania. So
Okay.
best time of the year. So hopefully it turns up a little bit.
Sure, most definitely.
All right.
That's 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. In case you missed it, Chick-fil-A, man. A guy named Mark Mendenhall from San Diego, California, has been eating at Chick-fil-A every day, excluding Sundays, of course, for the past several months. Now, Mendenhall set a new record for eating Chick-fil-A for the most consecutive days in a row at 114 days.
Good gracious.
Now, Mendenhall is a real estate agent, says he eventually persuaded to set his own personal record for eating at Chick-fil-A, and he became aware of a man in Georgia, not named Animal Brown, who ate at his local restaurant for 100 consecutive days. Nearly 4 months later, Mendenhall raised some money for a charity in the process, specifically $1,000 for the Poway Unified School District Adoptive Family Program. So shout out to Mark Mendenhall. I wonder what he's getting. Number one. The thing is, you gotta switch it up.
Not Chick-fil-A.
Wait. You don't eat Chick-fil-A?
Not like that.
Like at all?
I'll have Chick-fil-A twice a year.
Twice a
Top
year?
2 to 3 times a year.
Why?
Well, number one, there's always a line.
Yeah,
And I don't have a patience.
The line moves fast.
Yeah, Jeff, yeah, you sure.
Now, I think about when y'all talk about Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
do I ever mention Chick-fil-A?
You don't.
Don't.
I get it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, with me. I have had a bad experience at a local Chick-fil-A. I ain't gonna put them on blast. It's not from my side of town, but it's a side of town that I'm not excited about, and I won't put it on blast. But in turn, it has turned me away from Chick-fil-A. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in like 2.5 months.
It was that bad?
It's that bad consecutively.
Mm.
Was
It's
it the
your-
service?
It's
Oh, yeah.
your Chick-fil-A.
I know exactly
Oh,
what
yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure.
what it
This
was.
is-
Was it the service or the food?
The
or both?
food, the chicken wasn't crispy Chick-fil-A style.
Wow.
Is what it
It's
was.
a
As you
letdown.
gotta say, was it that pristine?
Hell no.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you don't even
But
understand.
hey.
Did you know how close Chick-fil-A is to my job?
But look, when they opened, we said that was
Yeah, they let me down, and now they're putting a Chipotle over there too.
Yeah, and Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't give a damn about the Dunkin' Donuts.
They-
I don't give a damn. About that. I'm mad about the damn Chick-fil-A. Tweet us questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, Coach Locke, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do.
Who is that?
The award recipient is Dion Waiters.
It is Dion Waiters for the second time since the start of the 2019 NBA season. Dion Waiters has a yellow box coming his way, Jeff. That's right. Dion Waiters' latest suspension by the Heat is reportedly due to him posting pictures on social media of himself on a boat, cameraman, after telling the team he was, quote, sick. The franchise handed down a 6-game punishment. Waiters, who hasn't played for the Heat a game this season, not one game, has lost $83,000 for each of the 17 games he has been suspended, $1.4 million in total. Waiters is under contract for $12.5 million and $12.7 next season. He signed a 2-year deal. He has 2 years left of a 4-year deal. He signed $52 million. He signed in the 2016-2017 season. Waiters, of course, is appealing the suspension. Shout out to Dion Waiters. Here's the thing. My God. Dion Waiters, he is from North Philly. Him being from North Philly, all he knows is hoop. He just hoops. So in turn, you take away hoops from him, he kind of reverts back to North Philly ways. No disrespect to North Philly, but that's how he was raised. He don't know what to do without hoop. You know what I'm saying? And the transition out of hoop for basketball players, man, is a scary, scary slope, man. Godspeed to Dion Waiters. Hope things get right because he's maybe one, maybe two more yellow box of Cheerios award recipients from me playing in Bulgaria.
Most definitely.
We don't want Dion Waiters.
No, Bulgaria does not want to see, or Honduras with homegirl faked it. She pulled the flea flick. Nah. She called an audible. She said, "I ain't going to Honduras."
No.
Put your mom on the phone. I ain't going. Sure. You guys ready to get started the first half? Let's do it. Let's go.
The first half is underway.
The first half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Episode 300, fellas.
300.
I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
And it's your man, Coach Lock.
Lock, where can they find you at on social media, my brother?
Man, as always, it's Lock_the_great. That's THA on all things social.
For sure. Jeff, what about you, my brother?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And I'm JAIHOV on Instagram and Twitter. The conversation is open in 2020 on Twitter.
On Twitter. I almost got. Well, I mean, if you
on Twitter.
Okay, You open up the.
I
thought about it.
You
thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever. Yeah. And it's FSP _
So it's gonna be right there now, right?
Where
is it gonna be?
Do you know where it's gonna be at? Shout out to YouTube.
Right here.
Right
here.
Okay, cool.
And that will be on youtube.com/fullsportpress for sure. Shout out to the guys. Gang. My bad.
All right. So it's week 16, guys, of the FSP Fantasy Football League, which means it's championship week.
Ooh-wee.
For it all.
Not here. Shout out to Lil Chauncey, aka Big Trust.
I get what he told me. He said, "Hey, the boy told me go ahead and put Big Trust on that trophy." That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he in another league with me too. Ask him about that one though.
Talk that talk.
Ask him about that one though. And so we got Big Trust against last place 2 years straight. One time for AB.
Look at AB.
Turning around. Talk about turning around.
Sure.
Right now, Big Trust is scheduled to win this one pretty handily.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of Lamar.
Yeah.
Figured.
It's the Lamar Jackson thing. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So shout out to AB. Hope you can keep it close. Big Trust is very full of himself right now, and rightfully so.
Yeah, Big Trust.
Yeah. So it's been 15 weeks of good, hard, solid fantasy football. Shout out to everybody in the league, man. Hope to bring you guys back next year. Excuse me.
Sure.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
For sure. We also have something special for Squeaky, who came in last place. I ain't forget about you. I know you listen, Squeak.
That's right.
I got you.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Right before the new year, brother. You better know what I'm looking for. You don't change your number. Squeak got about 5-6 numbers.
Change quick.
Yeah, switch it up for you for sure. Guys, let's talk some college football for sure. Now, early signing day wrapped up in a dramatic 2019 college football signing window, helping showcase some clear winners and losers across the landscape of college football. Now, good luck with everybody. The good thing is there's a second signing date in February, so several teams may continue to add commitments across the next 2 months. What we will do is go through the winners and losers of the early signing period. First things first, Nebraska. So we talked about Nebraska throughout the year. Scott Frost had a tall order to get the Cornhuskers back to the days of Tommy Frazier, and I think this is the year that he started that, and he got some players out of Florida, which is unheard of for people to go
all the way to Nebraska.
For sure. So he ended up with a top 15 recruiting class. So all that a couple of days removed from flipping a couple of players, especially get kids from Florida State, Florida, to go to Nebraska, especially some elite linebackers by the name of Keyshawn Green, who was going to Florida State, to get him to flip to come to Nebraska is crazy.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
That's the Willie Taggart fallout.
Yeah.
For sure.
Got a couple speedsters.
Yeah.
Got the 4-star JUCO recruit,
Yeah.
Omar Manning,
Yeah.
and Marcus Fleming.
Yeah.
So he's, going to be doing some things out there from the wide out position also.
I want to know what you say to a kid in Florida
Mm-hmm.
to sell him on going to Nebraska.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But Sky Frost is doing it. So shout
Yeah,
out
he's
to Sky
doing it
Frost.
because, man, that's a sales pitch. He need to put that in a book
Man.
and
And
monetize that.
for
'Cause,
sure.
man.
Another winner is Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. They signed, I think, the best linebacker I've seen since Roquan Smith and Justin Flo got him away from California. And that's the second year that this has happened to get the number one player out of the state of California to come to Oregon. So just to get him gives you a top 10 recruiting class because this dude, pro.
He's the real deal.
Super
League
pro.
him.
Yeah, for sure. And this is the Ducks. They're the best recruiting class in the Pac-12. It's not even close. So, yeah. Any more winners before we get out of here and move on to the losers?
I had South Carolina.
Okay.
They got 5-star defensive end Jordan Birch. Now, this is a big recruit because he is from South Carolina, where we know Clemson is. Normally, those kind of players going to Clemson.
For sure.
So for South Carolina to get him, that's huge for them.
Right.
Especially to beat out Clemson.
Yeah. Not for sure. Any more winners before we move on? All right. Losers. I have USC. And you can't miss out on every big name player in the state of California every year. You missed out on Justin Flo. You missed out on the quarterback Bryce Young. This is the way that USC has been going, and they had 10 recruits going into the signing period. They finished with 11. So you're ranked outside of the top 80. You're USC.
Right.
They have the worst recruiting class in the entire Pac-12. And USC.
And you brought the coach back.
And you brought that coach back.
That's insane.
It's nuts, man.
That's
That is
insane.
nuts. Yeah. Any other losers?
Louisville.
Really?
Yes.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah. They lost 4-star quarterback Chuba Purdy
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
They lost defensive end Josh Griffiths to us.
Yeah.
There were 2 major recruits they thought they had that they lost at last minute. That's huge.
Yeah, that's big. That's a good sign. Yeah. For sure. Florida's ended up with the number 7 recruiting class. Where'd you guys end up as far as recruiting?
Top 20.
tough.
Yeah,
I'm sure that it's some of the people.
it's tough.
We had
to do that.
fallout.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's tough to do that when you don't know your coach is at the
Yeah.
point, or you're getting the coach at last minute.
I think you guys will get some flips as far as the late signing period.
Yeah,
in
for
February.
sure.
That's what we
Most
banking on.
definitely.
Yeah,
Because we had kids like we just talked about
Yeah.
that flipped and went to Nebraska that were coming because of the coach we had previously that
Right.
we unceremoniously let go.
Yeah, for sure. You got him out of there. And I have another loser. It's the entire Pac-12 besides Oregon and Washington.
Talk to me about that.
Okay, so of the 10 5-stars from the West region, only the Ducks and Washington were able to keep the 5 stars at home, while 6 of the other 7 available were headed outside the Pac-12 footprint. So after missing the college football playoffs for it seemed the 3rd straight year, I think, this conference can't continue to let top players leave the region. I always tell people, if you can't get your players in your state, in your region,
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
And you're not winning.
As a program.
Yeah, dude, your program is in shambles.
Most
yeah, for sure.
definitely.
So the entire Pac-12 is a loser for me.
Did you all feel like the SEC saw like not a changing of the guard, of course, because Alabama's still Alabama.
Yeah.
But did you all feel like with LSU having a higher recruiting class and things like that, did you saw a shift maybe in?
Well, I saw with LSU all historically recruits well.
Yeah.
And UT always listen. Jeremy Pruitt is a recruiter.
He is.
Right.
That's what
He's
I'm
going to
saying.
get players. Yeah. So us having a top 7 recruiting class, the thing, a change in the guard would be, I would say, Kentucky being in the top 10.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not. I remember one year Ole Miss when they got Kim Dichie and Laramie Tunsil and Laquan Treadwell all in the same year.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I'm worried. But nah, that's just part of the course for me.
Okay.
Any other losers before we get out of here?
Nah, I
I
had
think we're
USC too.
gonna see a lot of switching in February.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. The money get different then.
All right, let's keep it in football and move to the NFL, guys.
Yeah.
This one hurts. This one hurts to talk about. So, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver, my guy,
Our guy.
Jay's guy,
Yeah.
Josh Gordon, has been suspended indefinitely for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing substances and substances of abuse. We got both of them. 2 for 2.
The PEDs and
the weed.
And
Double whammy.
So the league announced on Monday, the one day after Gordon, he just played his 5th game with the Seahawks, that he's going to be suspended. This makes his 6th suspension since 2013. We've asked this question at least 3 times on this show.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do it one more time.
One more time.
Is he done?
For sure.
I think he's done.
He's done.
You can't bounce back like that. Just keep going from team to team, chance after chance after chance after chance, and it wasn't just one this time; it was 2.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt him.
Here's my thing. I think he needs to get away from football.
Okay.
I think the structure of football, the what it asks of his body, what it asks of him, may be too much for him to handle. You know what I'm saying? Like he may need to step away from the game of football and really, really get his life together because I don't know, man. It's just like this may be too much.
6 times in 8 seasons, that's nuts, man. And I had been wondering to myself, like, why the Seahawks aren't using this guy at a high level? I think the Patriots knew what was coming down the pipe, and they let him go. So they wouldn't have to worry about another PR nightmare to go along with the PR nightmare that they currently are dealing with, which I think they knew what was going on with that, too. Right. That's a whole nother story. Okay. But, man, I think he's really fighting some demons.
Yeah.
As a human being, I hope he gets well, gets things in order as far as his life, because at the end of the day, he's a great football player. Yeah. I think he's one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen. If it's a situation where he had a clear mind, he would be a all-pro. You know, maybe a Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Consistently. Yeah. Sure. And that's what I mean. I didn't mean like he didn't need to play, like he's not good. I mean like stepping away from the game and really just focusing on him and getting his life together, getting his stuff together. That's tough, man.
The rumor was that he knew the suspension was coming.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, so it's just a matter of time that he knew that he was going to not be playing after a while.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but as a 49er fan, that helps us tremendously now.
Come on.
I'm
picking with you.
Hey. Shit, brother.
We don't have to worry about him on the other side of the ball now.
Yeah, but the main thing that I worry about with this kid is just him being all right and getting his life together, because it seems like he doesn't have the right people around him. And just like Dion Waiters, I just hope it's a situation where kind of turn things around.
Now, what if it, and we can't harp, we got to keep going. What if he does have some people around that have actually told him this time? Because sometimes people do have those people around, they just won't listen.
I seen him ruin Johnny Manziel's career, you know, and in Cleveland. So he was out kicking it with Josh Gordon, and they got caught in the house with coke and weed and all that stuff, man. I think it's just him. I think it's just him. He got kicked out of Baylor. He goes to Cleveland and does what he does in a short amount of time. I just think it's in him, man. I don't think it's something he can shake.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean,
it ain't have anything. I'm sure he has great people around him. He does have great people around. I seen a documentary that Uninterrupted did with him. Came to his home, followed him for 2 months. He was going in and out of rehab, and dude has some for real demons, and I think it's deep rooted.
Most definitely, for it to be like this bad, it has to be.
I know we don't want to stay on too long, but if you have family members or if you experience anyone that has demons, as you say, stuff like that, it has to be in them for them to say they're done with it. Like they can't. You can go through as many rehabs as you want, all the stuff you want to do, but until that person decides, like, man, I'm done with this and I'm finished, they won't let it go.
That's tough. Yeah. Before we get started with halftime, man, let's talk about Vince Young, former NFL quarterback VY, recently lost possession of 2 storage units in Houston, Texas. After, man, coach, you should have ran through there, dog.
Man, listen.
Okay, my bad.
Go ahead. I'll talk about
it. After failing to make rental payments. Now, the content, like I'm hot at you, but the contents of his storage space were auctioned off and purchased by an unidentified woman. Never mind. The winner of this auction told TMZ that she only paid a few $1,000s for several pieces of memorabilia belonging to the national championship winning quarterback. Now, several trophies and other sports memorabilia belonging to Vince Young were on sale via eBay. Wow. The seller has his 2006 Rose Bowl trophy for offensive MVP. The buy now price was $50,000. It also listed his Manning Award for $50,000 and his 2005 Maxwell Award for $50,000 and his Madden 08 Xbox 360 NFL Award for $12,000. Vince Young was on the front of Madden. That's nuts. The items were removed from the seller's eBay page maybe 6 or 7 hours after it was listed. Coach Locke, why didn't you throw this lob, dog?
I'm going to tell you exactly why, man. This is one of those things where it's just the luck of the draw. It's a show on TV
Mm-hmm.
where there are people that for a living they go around to
Yep.
these storage places
Mhm.
and they are there bidding on these storage units that have been taken over by the storage unit because people hadn't paid their bills. She just happened to get lucky and hit the pick 4 straight because you know they don't show you what's really in the unit.
Right.
They just say they show you they might open it up and you
Yeah.
can get a quick look and they
Quick
close
look,
it
yeah.
and then they say okay, you want to buy it. 1,000. If somebody's next to you say I'm gonna buy it for 1,500, it goes to them. So it's a bidding process, and once you get it, then whatever's in it is yours.
It's yours.
So she got lucky.
Yeah,
You know,
we
it's
got
not
it.
one of those things where
Yeah, we got
because
it. We
trust
got
me,
it.
I saw this. I was like, how did I not hear about this?
Right.
Yeah.
Too late by then.
We got to get a new. That's a
That's
new.
how we-
part.
yeah, we on that.
here. We
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think and she said she spent a couple thousand.
Yeah, no,
to get all the stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, VY. I don't know why he's first off. How the hell did he not pay? And he been through a lot.
Yeah.
He had a DUI as of late. I think he's been on probation because of that.
But the
So-
storage unit though,
For the sto-
He
but
lost his
that's
job
just
in
like
Texas.
he did because of the DUI.
Yeah.
what's the WNBA player? We poured it on her a while back. She did the same thing. Not Cheryl. Was it Cheryl Swoops?
Cheryl Swoops. It
Yeah.
was Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl Swoops. Same
Yeah.
situation. She lost all of her college awards, her accolades, everything in the storage unit.
Dang.
It's crazy, man.
Got to be more careful.
Yeah.
Out of these things, what would be the thing that you would want?
That the Rose Bowl trophy.
Rose Bowl
The
trophy.
offensive
Yeah.
player. I would want that one.
You want that one?
I want my Maxwell Award.
Yeah. That's it, man. But I'm sure people reached out to that lady.
Tried to
Some of
help
the
him
VY
out.
people
Yeah,
got it,
some- yeah.
and it was off the it
Some
was off the
boosters
thing.
and
Probably
stuff.
gave him 10, 15,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call it even.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dang, VY. Damn, we
Damn,
need,
that sucks.
That 30
we
for
need some
30.
of that memorabilia.
That
to
30
put
for
up.
30.
I'll tell you
But
what.
you ain't never lied.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That helmet, you know what
Put a
I'm saying? Be
helmet
cool right there.
Yeah, we got
You know?
yeah. Look out, VY. Let me find somebody.
I still got my old Glencliff helmet.
Yeah, you guys ready to get started?
Let's go, man.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. Full Sport Press episode 300, fellas. 300 of them things. January 27, 2014, me and my dog, Coach Locke, debut, first show. On the kitchen table.
On the kitchen table.
On the kitchen table, dog.
We tried to squeeze in
Yeah.
2 hours worth of material
Yeah, we did.
in 1 hour.
Yeah, we did. We was on the kitchen table.
We had about 3 shows
Yeah, it was
in one show.
humble beginnings.
Very.
Very humble beginnings. And our last show on Blog Talk was 2015.
Yep.
Yeah, November 2015.
Yeah.
Our first show on YouTube. Shout out to the cameraman. Was
Hey,
shout
episode
out to
122. And that was in 2016.
Yes.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Yeah, man. Jeff's first show, very controversial show. The Colin
Only
Kaepernick show was July 24th, 2017. And now we are in a new studio on YouTube every week.
4K.
Man,
Okay.
300 episodes. Myself, Jeff, Coach Locke, cameraman. Shout out to Neek, who runs our our Twitter page for sure.
Weezy.
Shout out to Weezy.
Shout out to Weezy.
Most definitely.
Coach Brown,
Yes.
who's still in the fold. You know, we're gonna get him rocking back in 2020. Just to keep the people entertained, man. We'd like to personally thank everybody that is retweeted or liked it. But listen, hell,
Shared.
told a friend. You know,
Yeah.
it's a testament to hard work. Shout out to On Deck TV. They just celebrated their 300th this year in July or June. Yeah, it was in June.
Yeah, June.
Just to see where we've came, a lot of people that listen to the show said, "Man, you guys have really grown as far as being able to get a point across via a podcast." Man, the stuff that you guys don't get to see
Oh, man.
is the greatest.
It's made for TV.
I
It
tell you
really
what,
should
man, I
be.
wish Weezy was here to attest to the stuff that goes on pre-production,
Pre-production.
post-production. We have a conference call every week.
Yeah.
Get spicy, you know.
It's real spicy.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
my
sure.
God.
It's real spicy.
Even going to the group chat to see how things have manifested with that as well, man. It's been different, man, and I get a true enjoyment by doing this every week.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's one of my favorites. I look forward to recording the podcast. I have, grown accustomed to being around these dudes. I know a lot about these dudes that I didn't think that I would ever want to know, including the cameraman.
Yeah.
Especially the cameraman and Weezy.
Oh, man.
For sure, man. Stuff that then Coach Locke, him coming back and being able to do the show, bring some type of normalcy to the show as well, other than his worst of the weeks. But it gets a little tricky with that. But more than anything, man, it's just been awesome doing these podcasts, and we're gonna do 300 more.
Most
for sure,
definitely.
Man. Yeah. The thing is, we have a celebration. If you haven't got an invite, this is your invite. Sorry, just to celebrate and have a good time. 300 episodes, and just want to say thank you. You guys got something to say?
And it's just great just to see the growth, man. Like you already said, the studio, it's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Just the ups, the downs,
Yeah.
the arguments,
Yeah, for sure.
that guys don't know about.
For sure.
We fight.
Yeah.
Talk about everything.
Sure.
Like you mentioned, just being able to come back when I am. It's great to be on it all the time. I listen like I'm there. I scream at the radio like I'm there.
For sure.
Getting points across like I'm there.
Yeah.
Jeff, man, he's held it down great.
For sure.
Missing Weezy. I hate the Weezy's
How you missed
under the
300?
weather, man.
Under the weather, but
he's very under the weather. Trust me, he wouldn't have missed it if he didn't have
sure.
to, man.
He's like, man, I'm coming out and get damn live.
Right,
You
right,
can't
for
sure.
But man, it's just great, man. And I just want to thank everybody personally that, like you said, retweeted, liked, shared, bought merch, bought wristbands. Anybody that helped, just if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be a 300 right now.
Sure.
We wouldn't have the things we have. So y'all continue to tell a friend and retweet and share and like and just continue to help us grow.
Sure. You up, Jeff?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real short.
Mhm.
I remember the first show. I remember I don't get nervous easy. And I remember Slick being nervous because man, these dudes been doing this show for a long time. I've been listening from day one.
Yeah.
He's like, I told you, I just want to wreck the car.
Yeah,
Whatever I do, I just now want to wreck the car.
Wreck the car.
And I told everybody I knew, just listen to him what you think. I'm just trying to wreck this car. And man, it's been a pleasure, getting to know. I've known Jay forever, but I feel like I knew Locke and Weezy, from listening to the show, but getting to know y'all and the cameraman. Man, it's been life changing. It's been a pleasure. Interacting with people on Twitter every week.
Sure.
When I have my wild outtakes, as they say, it's always fun. Arguing with Jay, man, it's nothing like arguing with Jay.
Every week.
You know what I'm saying?
Every
That's
week.
always fun. So I appreciate it, man. 300 more to go.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Man. We definitely do it for the listeners, man. Continue to do that and improve the podcast weekly, for sure. But for sure, you guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. 300.
The second half is underway.
Second half, episode 300, man. It's your boy J Ho.
I'll say it's your boy J. O. It's your boy Big Jeff.
This your man, Coach Locke.
Yeah, man. Show 300. We are doing the 2019 FSP Awards, the third annual FSP Awards. The good guys at FSP are ending the decade with our third annual FSP Awards. The FSPs are designed. We need to get a cool little award. Yeah, maybe the fifth annual we'll get an award. We ain't call it the FSP. No, we don't call it the Weezy. Nah. The FSPs are designed to recognize the individual athletic achievement and other sports-related performances during the calendar year of 2019. This year, we're adding a little twist to it. This award is for the decade. So some of these FSPs will be handed out, truly a shining accomplishment for the decade or the year. Some not so much, Jeff. So this year, we're handing out the awards with a twist. The awards are for the decades. Let's kick it off with the Stuart Scott Award. This is the TV personality of the decade, and the nominees are Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Charles Barkley, Shannon Sharp, and Jamel Hill. Guys, who do you guys pick for this one?
Decade. Yeah. I'm not going to go with the low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
I went with Jamel Hill.
Okay.
Just because, in general, it's hard for a woman to do what she does as a sports
For sure.
athlete. Right. We're seeing a lot of women now in that business. They're on the sidelines. They're on the main sports shows. But she was one of the first ones to really be as popular doing it. You know, she got the Sports Center 6
For sure.
with
Michael. Yeah.
Then they moved on, I guess, say to His and Hers.
Mm-hmm.
Then she left ESPN in 2018 because of some things she said about some tweets and things. And now she's a staff writer for the Atlantic magazine.
For sure.
So I think Jamel's been doing it for a while, and she really shined and came up in this decade. So I went with Jamel Hill.
Joe. What about you, Joe?
Lock took mine, so
Yeah.
I'll take the low hanging and go with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Between what he and Skip, I more so Skip maybe started with the cold pizza and the first take, and then him growing into being Skip leaving ESPN and him keeping First Take afloat and still crushing it in the ratings and doing everything now on ESPN from MMA to boxing to track and field to NBA to NFL. Like he working for that 8 million.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen. Shout out to Stephen A. So I think I would go with Stephen A.
Sure. I have Stephen A. Smith as well. It's really close between him and Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp really makes you feel as if you know Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
You know, it's very familiar face, familiar words. He wears cool sneakers. You know, just everything about Shannon Sharp is pretty cool. But Stephen A. Smith kept the lights on at ESPN this decade. He's the highest paid sports personality on television. Again, he goes out, you know, on podcasts. He's he's a man of the people. Does all sports basically. He's even doing boxing, UFC, and everything. So he's the hardest working man in show business, the most overworked man in show business as well. So I would say Stephen A. Smith should win that award in my eyes.
And not to plug another show, but if y'all get a chance, check out that All the Smoke with Stephen A. Barnes.
Watch that.
Stephen A.
Good stuff. He was cursing and everything.
Yeah,
Like that.
he right. Yeah, he was real comfortable.
They
Yeah.
got him comfortable.
All right, let's move on to the Sebastian Telfair Award.
Man, that's dirty for the entire year. Was he that big of a? Go ahead, my bad.
This is the athlete who let the sports world down by not living up to the expectations as of today. Nominees: Josh Gordon, Johnny Manziel, Timothy Tebow, Anthony Bennett. J-Ho, who you got?
A lot of these are my guys. Other than Anthony Bennett, every one of these guys are my guys, man. That's tough. I picked Johnny Manziel. Him going, he had a Drake song. Dog, like, I guarantee that he cannot call Drake up. I guarantee you, for sure. But Cleveland taking him in 2012, he won the Heisman. Him going in the first round, 22nd overall, 0 primary seasons as a starter. In less than 2 years, he checked himself into rehab with Josh Gordon. He assaulted his then girlfriend, now fiance, now wife, now ex-wife. Yeah, that's how crazy that went. And was ultimately released 2 seasons, and he just had 258 passes as a professional. Nuts, man. Not even playing in the XFL. That's, you know, I didn't understand that. I don't think there were real expectations for Josh Gordon because he was in the supplemental draft. He was a real good player at Baylor, but we didn't know what Josh Gordon was going to be. Tim Tebow, we kind of knew what was going to be. You know, he had a weird throwing motion, and in turn, you know, it was a lot of hoopla with him. But I knew Johnny. Yeah, that's my guy. I knew, but he won a playoff game. A lot of people, for sure.
I can't understand. I still to this day.
He's a winner, dog.
No,
I'm telling you,
he's a winner.
Yeah, he's a winner.
I'm just saying, to this day, everyone from the sportscaster to myself,
Yeah, for sure.
play action.
Yeah,
play it. Every this play on first down, every possession.
Most definitely.
And Pittsburgh just didn't see
Still
it.
didn't see him for sure. So I think I assumed that Johnny Manziel was going to be a monster. Hell, I bought the jersey. The jersey's right. I have 2 Johnny Manziel jerseys. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in turn, I assumed this guy was going to be great, and it never. What you got, Coach?
For everything you said, I went Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you look comparing to everybody on this list, they all played more than 2 years.
For
in
sure.
their respective sport.
Yep.
Like you said, Tim Tebow, he did win a playoff game. He started more than 2 games. Josh Gordon has all pro accolades. Anthony Bennett doesn't have those accolades today, but he's stuck for years, even though he's not NBA now.
He just
But
tore
he
his meniscus and he was going to be on the team this year.
Exactly.
Right.
So for Johnny Manziel to be that first round draft pick and have career 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions for 1,600 plus yards,
That's right.
for a top round draft pick, he has to be most disappointing. So for everything you said and those things, I want Johnny Manziel also.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Johnny Manziel is on direct TV commercial. Direct insurance. Come on,
I
man.
do got a bone with you
Cold
about your
game.
boy, though. Your boy Tim Tebow,
What's
right?
that?
We always watch football games and you always say, he ain't going to be nothing in the league.
Yeah.
Did you think Tim Tebow was going to be something in the league?
I did not. I didn't think he was. I just always, and to this day, I sit and say that Tim Tebow is the best college quarterback in college football history.
But anybody else you looked at, though, you like, he knew he ain't going to be nothing in the league.
Yeah, I just knew how his game was going to transition. Just like I used to look at Braxton Miller, and I was like, nah, he's not a pro quarterback. I didn't think that. But this is the thing. I knew if he got in games, he would win games. Like Tim Tebow is a winner. Like that's what he does. He wins games, wins championships, and they should have stuck with him in Denver. But yeah, whatever. Cold game.
All right. Whatever. To Tim Tebow. But I do have a question about him. Do y'all think if he had a coach that coached to his strengths, a la like Harbaugh's doing with Lamar Jackson, do you think he could have been a little bit more successful?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
All right. The person I would have selected, off of everything you guys said about Johnny Manziel, is why I went with Josh Gordon. And here's why. Like you said, coming out of Baylor, it was a supplemental draft. The expectations were low.
For sure.
But then he overperformed everything. And
Right.
you saw how great he was with no quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback.
No quarterback.
Yeah.
And all you could say was, just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. Gave him a chance. He comes back the 1 year, 700 yards off of what? Less than 10 games that 1 year. Give him another chance. Give him another chance. So it's like, it hurts more because you knew this guy was talented. You knew he was exceptional. You knew he could play better than anyone lined up across from him or to either side of him.
Right.
So watching him succumb to, as you said, Jay, the demons that he had is the hardest thing for me to deal with because you know talent-wise he's top notch.
For sure.
So that's why I was selected.
And they were teammates at one time. Johnny Manziel, Josh Gordon.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
All right, next we have the Colin Kaepernick Award, which is the award for the Sports Humanitarian of the Decade Award. And the nominees are LeBron James, John Cena, J.J. Watt, and Ward Dunn. Jeff, who do you got?
This one was tough for me. It was a toss-up between John Cena and Ward Dunn. Simply because what John Cena does with the Make-A-Wish program, he's granted more wishes than any athlete alive.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you got factor and stuff like that. And what Ward does with single moms and housing throughout the country is amazing. So if I had to just flip a coin and choose, it'd be Ward Dunn.
I got Ward Dunn since 1997. He provided homes for 173 single mothers in Atlanta, Baton Rouge, Tampa, and Tallahassee. And he always leaves a memento in the homes that reminds him of his mother, which was also a single mother, which is an apple pie, which is her favorite. That's dope too. So in 2006, everybody knows Deshaun Watson was the recipient of one of those homes as well, him and his mom. So it's not even close to me. I think Ward Dunn, what he's done inside and outside of the homes and the culture that we're coming from, single parents, man, touches me in a different way. If you come from a single parent household, it's not even close. Ward Dunn for me, for sure.
I got to go with you guys. I had Ward Dunn also. Like you said, he actually Homes for Holidays program since 1997, which you don't hear too many athletes doing. That was his rookie year. You don't hear too many athletes coming out their rookie year and doing things like this. So for him to be doing it right off the rip and continuing this long, that says a lot about the person he is and how his mother raised him. So for, like you said, the 173 homes, I went to Ward Dunn also for that award.
It's great.
And it's a simple.
Yes.
That's the worst part. Smooth right along to the biggest choke job of the decade. The nominees are the Warriors versus the Cavs. Warriors losing 3-1 in the lead in 2016. Number 2, Russell Wilson throws the pick versus the Patriots in 2015. The Minneapolis Miracle the Vikings in 2018. Fords, Ray Allen's clutch 3 versus Spurs in 2013. And the kick 6, Auburn 2013 versus Alabama. Where you guys going with this?
Man,
Go ahead, Coach.
I went back and forth with this one, man. And I didn't go with Minneapolis. I didn't go with the Spurs or Ray Allen. The railing.
That's a great shot.
Great shot.
Great shot by Ray Allen.
The
Great
kick
rebound.
six, you know, that's not really choking. They just made a play.
Joke though.
It's a
That's
choke.
one job.
One job for sure, but we know all the big linemen on the field.
Yeah, I can defend that one.
You know,
That wasn't the correct team on the
they
field.
can't catch
for
that
that.
speed.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, you know, that's one play that I think he audibles.
Two
You
goals.
know, I don't care what the coach is calling on the sideline like that. I'm audibling that play and giving the ball to Beast Mode. Let's get out here with 2-time Super Bowl champs. But I got to go with the Warriors and Cavs. You're up 3-1. That's a lot. If it was 3-3, 3-2, I get it. 3-1, first time in history, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah.
That's uncalled for, man. You can't lose that finals like that when you're up 3-1 with all the players that you have on that team. You know, you got to be able to make one game, win one more game.
Draymond Green is the reason for that travesty right there. The air was out of the team after that one game for sure. It was supposed to go that way. I have the Warriors as the biggest choke job of the decade for sure. You got to win one. Andrew Bogut missed game 6 and 7. That's what people don't talk about. He missed game 6 and 7. That was a big deal.
Don't let hell we were about Andrew Bogut.
No, he was the starting 5. He started 5, man, on that team. Get the hell out of here. But LeBron went nuts, man.
The team with Steph Curry, Clay. I'm sorry. I'm a bad.
No,
No, go ahead.
Here we go.
No.
300. Got to do it for 300.
That's a movie script. That 3-1, them coming back from OKC with the same thing, and with Kevin Durant doing what he did in the parking lot, texting Draymond Green and going to Golden State the very next year. But watching Golden State when it was mano y mano, even team versus even team, and they watching them implode like that. Aisha saying the league was fixed and go.
I agree with Aisha. We don't agree on a lot. I agree with her about that.
That was a full collapse that we watched on TV. It was amazing. It was amazing to see.
Bullshit. That's what ruined my boy legacy.
Oh, and wait, cameraman, that was unanimous year.
Here we go.
Cool.
That was the unanimous year.
So yeah, I think that. What would be second? What would you guys say was the second biggest? I think it was Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's my deal.
Okay. My next.
Number one.
Yeah.
Nah, it's me.
You sure? Yeah, because I just did that. Yeah, I just did that.
All right, so the Walt Frazier Award goes to the freshest athlete off the court during the decade. Number one, we got Russell Westbrook. Number two, Cam Newton. Number three, Conor McGregor. Number four, CP3, Chris Paul. Go. That's who we got. Well, I'm sorry, Coach Lock, who we got?
Man, I went CP3 with this one. Russell Westbrook, he's just way too out there. You know, it's like sometimes the stuff he wears, like he just wakes up and walks to his closet, closes his eyes and grabs whatever shirt, whatever short, pants, shorts, whichever you want to say, and just shoes, and just walk out.
Ding, ding, ding.
You know, so.
And socks.
Oh, yeah. Then Cam Newton, man, sometimes I don't know if he's the Quaker Oat man. I don't know if he's putting on a women's jacket and hat. He's out there. He's too far out there.
Sure.
I don't get it. Conor McGregor, he's close. You know, he does some things. One of the most famous things was the jacket that had the FU stitched in it. It was like a pinstripe suit with the stripes, like you said, FU. Yeah. But I got to go with CP3, man. He just keeps it clean. You know, he can dress it up. He can dress it down. If he wants to go sporty, he wants to go with the suits. It's nice and tailored. You know, he's sponsored by Jordan, so he always has on the good latest Jordans. So I'm gonna go with CP3 for this week.
Sure. I have CP3 as well. Versatile, can do any type of style. He's went from different styles that were popular from 2010 all the way now until 2019, 2020. So to see the maturation of his style, the rest of the three, I wouldn't wear any of the other three. So maybe
Conor's okay.
So yeah, but the only person I would wear on a consistent basis is CP3. So I'm going with CP3. Yeah. But those guys, Russell Westbrook, Cam Newton, they changed the game as far as people walking in the tunnel, people paying attention. It was those two guys that put the fire into this cool thing that we see now with league fits and all the Instagram stories. For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I would go with CP3. Just I'm not wearing anything. I love Russ.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any of that. So even when he wore the Birdie jersey, like Russ wore it in a way that I didn't really understand. So he's my guy, but no, I can't rock that. Connor would probably be a close second, but I would go with CP3. So,
all right, next we have the signature sneaker of the decade, and the nominees are Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, bringing up the rear. Who you got, Jake?
I have Kobe Bryant, man. I think people are still wearing his sneakers 4 years after he's retired, so his ADs are
comfy,
very, very sought after. Playing basketball in. I have on a pair of the Kobe 4s right now that were re-released, so he has a whole Pro model that's being one of the most comfortable 4s. Those 4s are great. So.
Cool looking shoe you got on.
Thanks, brother. But yeah, no, I think Kobe Bryant has the signature sneaker of the decade. If I were to pick a second, I would say KD.
Wow. I personally feel like KD took a nosedive after the KD 4 and hasn't yet to recover. So if I had to pick one, it would be Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie has a good sneaker.
Kyrie he's keep it simple, very sleek design, very worn by a lot of players, AAU and up.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? Comfortable shoe, good basketball shoe. So to me, it would be a Kyrie.
Sure. You got Kobe.
I got to go Kobe too, just for the fact of if you look in the league, you see a lot of people playing in Kobe's.
Sure.
Yeah.
Especially 4 years ago. Yeah. Everybody was playing in Kobe's. Yeah. Everybody. The Kobe's are comfortable. He even changed the shoe when he tore his Achilles and went to the high top shoe. Yep. And you found a lot of people still wearing their shoe in a time when the low cut shoe was the most popular shoe.
Sure.
So it just shows the respect he has and how much people really like wearing his shoes that you start to see people go from low cut shoes to that high top shoe that he put out. So I went with Kobe for that sneaker of the decade.
Sure. Let's move right along to the complainer of the decade. And the nominees are James Harden, LeBron James, Tom Brady, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Who you guys have winning?
Well, I'm not going to say Cristiano because that's the culture in soccer to flop and complain. Sure. That's the norm. That's what everybody does. Tom Brady complains, but I don't think he's the number one on this list.
But I think he's revolutionized the way that quarterbacks are being looked at as far as untouchable.
That's true, but that's not complaining.
He's complaining, though. He's a complainer, though. But go ahead.
But I'm going to go with James Harden at number one. Every time he goes into the lane, he thinks he's fouled.
Yeah.
No matter whether he's touched, if he's not touched, he's always turned around looking at the referee. And don't get me wrong, LeBron does it too. He does.
There we go.
Yeah.
But I think James Harden does it more, and it shows with him with all the free throws that he shoots.
Sure.
We put up a stat on our IG page the other day. James Harden shot more free throws than he has field goals in his career.
Come on, man.
That's nuts. That's insane. And he thinks he needs more free throws, so it would even be higher if he got all the calls he thinks he deserves. Yeah. So I'm going with James Harden number one.
It's not even close, man. James Harden, LeBron James, as he has became an elder statesman in the NBA, his complaints were an all-time high anytime he wore a Cleveland jersey. When he was in Miami, he didn't complain as much at the beginning. Then at the end, he picked up a little bit more complaints. Then he goes to Cleveland and he just complain because he ran into the Warriors. I don't blame him. I would have complained against their ass too. But now he doesn't complain as much. He still wants every call. But James Harden's, like Coach said, man, that stat is crazy. To shoot more free throws than you have like field goal attempts. That's nuts, man. And all he does is complain. He wants every foul, dog. I hate him. And Russell Westbrook should be on this list. I hate him too.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
But yeah, no, it's not even close.
Wow. I think James Harden is a very late addition to this list because it's just picked up over the last few years. to me will be LeBron.
Wow.
Over the course of the decade.
Over the decade,
Just over the course
for
of
sure.
the decade. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so to me, it's
Yeah.
LeBron over the course of the decade, consistently.
Yeah.
You know, he has his hands out. You know, when he grabs his headband,
Right,
you know, he
sure.
just does things.
Yeah.
To, let you know that he's LeBron. You should call that.
He wants to call.
Yeah, James Harden. It's more so down that he's become an elite scorer and James Harden found the cheat code.
He did.
Yeah, that's all he does. He found
did.
the cheat code. He knows if I hook his arm, they're gonna call the foul on him. Hook his arm every time.
Sure.
You know, he puts the refs in really odd positions.
Yeah.
But I'll go over the course of a decade.
Of course, of a decade.
It's
I like
LeBron.
that, Joe.
That's
I like that for sure.
moving right along. It's probably my favorite award, the Derek Jeter Award. This is the athlete that gets it in on and off the court. We have number 1, Fletcher Cox.
This is still your girl.
Mr. Still Your Girl, Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
Number 2, Victor Cruz.
The Cruz 200 of them things, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 200. 200.
Wow. Number 3, Tristan Thompson.
Double team.
Yeah,
Double
shout out
team.
Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
And number 4,
Yeah.
the legend.
I was a legend.
Lamar.
Hey, this got to be unanimous, right? Hey, they gotta do it. Come on, man. Hey, hello almost died. It looked like for the game. Hello put his arm. Come on, man. He came up. Yeah, played it all over the line. Fucked the game up. Hello stroked out, y'all. You hear me?
Over and over again.
Numerous times. Come on, man. He had like 12 heart attacks. Come on, man. It's not even close. He put too much. Fletcher's close, but come on, man. Listen, hello. He put in real work. Okay, listen. And I'm sure all the time. He made it all the time. For sure. Hello is nuts, man. Hey, listen, no, y'all listen. Hello has came out and said he's a sex addict. Yeah. There's nobody that gets it. Dude, listen. He has a problem. Listen, man. Hello is at the brothel. That's what I'm saying. He's getting in at the brothal, y'all. Almost died.
Dead at the brothel.
When he wasn't at the bottle for a couple of hours, he was there for days.
It is real work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That boy, that legend. Yeah.
Second would be my man Fletcher.
Yeah,
Fletcher's definitely second.
Hello put in real work, y'all. Hello. Almost died in this game. Hello died for the
Man, next we have the Cookie Johnson Award. That's for the wag of the decade.
Come on, man.
Ooh, boy. First we have Sierra, who's the wife of Russell Wilson. We have Lala, who was the wife of Carmelo Anthony. It's separated.
It's still that. She
That's so good,
still
bro.
put the phone up. Here, talk to yourself.
True.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We have Savannah James,
Yeah.
the wife of LeBron James.
Okay.
And we have Gabrielle Union, the wife of Dwayne Wade.
Sure.
Who you got?
Wag of the decade. Listen, I think 2, maybe 3, allegedly put it have dealt with infidelity and break babies. So
Yeah.
allegedly 3.
Don't put that on 3.
Allegedly 3.
Allegedly 3.
Two in public.
Allegedly 3.
2 for sure.
2 for sure. We're
2. A third is allegedly.
2 for sure. I'm gonna have to go with Savannah though, man. Because
No question.
you look at Savannah and it's just like she stays out of the way.
Mhm.
She's not trying to do all this. She raised the kids.
Mhm.
She, it just seems the most down to earth of the 4.
Mhm.
Sierra at the beginning of this decade. It's bad judgment. So
She lost some years for the decade.
at the beginning of this decade, dog, she was with the most toxic man in the world, man. Come on, dog. I can't, nah, see it.
That's right.
Melo, come on, Melo and La, come on, La. La had her titties out on power, dog.
You see what I'm saying?
They can't be wag of the decade.
I can be wag of the decade.
Nah.
You right.
I can be wag.
I can give you some points, coach. You right. We did. She did. She took care of
You know why? Because that ain't our wife.
True. True. That's a whole different conversation.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't be
That's kind of
the whack of the decade.
I mad at that.
That's a good damn point.
You got me.
It's a good damn point. And then, Gabrielle Union.
That book.
Ooh.
She put my man on blast.
Yeah, that book.
She said my man like his groceries.
See what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on,
Man, I'm
man.
not talking out of the house like that.
No.
Nah, man.
No.
She said my man. Like,
Coach Lock, man.
Really, Jeff? I thought. You see, he wasn't gonna say nothing.
You're right. I'm sorry.
See,
your man is letting his wife talk about the groceries. The groceries, do what you want to do with the groceries.
Yeah.
But fam,
hey man,
dog.
I like his basketball game.
I get that.
That's all I got.
But I'm trying to tell you, listen. I don't know why my dog wife ain't in here.
Ooh.
Come on, man.
Steph?
No, hell no.
I was gonna say what?
Not Aisha. Nah. Kobe wife. Vanessa. You don't even remember her name. Vanessa held it down.
Vanessa held it down.
Not this decade, last decade.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
But
No,
man.
Uh-huh.
No,
Nah.
it was last decade.
Yeah, it was last decade.
Kobe's a changed man right
That's
now.
right.
Kobe's a change.
Yeah, he is. That's right.
Mambacita.
I think it's unanimous Savannah, right?
Savannah,
Okay.
sure. That's my
All right.
side. To the granddaddy of them all.
Mm-hmm.
The last award.
Okay.
The Mike Tyson Award. The most dominant athlete in their profession. The nominees are LeBron James, Simone Biles, Tom Brady, Serena Williams, Cristiano Ronaldo.
This was the decade of women explosion.
For sure.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
So I'm going Simone Biles.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean,
She basically has taken the game of gymnastics,
It
crumbled it up.
dude, she's just 22.
You know what I'm saying? She's crumbled it up, thrown it away, restructured it, and said, "This is how we're gonna do it from now on." She created moves during her last set that have never been done before.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like when you're playing at that type of level right there, it's your decade. Man.
6 all-around titles, dog.
And you know what's crazy about it? She's only been in one Olympics.
That's it, dog.
Yeah.
35 gold medals.
It's insane.
Oh man.
Well, 35 world medals,
Yeah.
4
Right.
Olympic gold medals.
It's insane.
Shit.
That's
And
dominant.
4'8", though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
4'8".
She's tiny.
Yeah, you gotta be tiny in this.
4'8", dog.
Yeah, she's tiny.
It's nuts. Who you got, Coach?
Man,
It's tough.
it's like Jeff said, it came down to Simone and Serena for me.
Yeah.
But I had to go with Serena just because we're talking about the decade.
Yeah.
Simone probably got started halfway through that decade. Even though Serena missed some years, but she dominated so much at the beginning of the decade, and for her to still be competing
Still playing.
after having a baby, after going through the injuries and still winning the championships, I went with Serena.
Yeah, for sure.
She won a major while pregnant.
Insane.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Man, I got to go with Simone as well. I like Serena. Man, it's between those two to me. The person we didn't mention, what about Floyd?
Yeah, Floyd's ending though.
Floyd, and then it's the thing with Floyd. I just don't think he had the competition.
He did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The last real fight was Andre Berto. Come on, bro. And then you fought Conor McGregor, who's an MMA fighter. Then you fought Karate Kid.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Karate Kid.
Yeah, Floyd.
Karate Kid, man.
Fight Karate Kid.
Come on, man.
It's between Simone and Serena. For everything that you guys said about both of them, man. It's a testament to hard work for sure, man. What we will do is allow the listeners to pick the winners of all of these awards that will be posted in the IG stores. Please submit a vote for each of the awards, and we'll get that going and post those throughout the week. But again, man, this is 300 episodes in. We are in our new location, pristine, still smelling like paint in here.
Yes, sir.
So new.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, man.
Feeling great.
This for sure. Weezy will get to be back. I think he'll be back next week.
Hopefully, man. Godspeed.
Get well, Weezy.
For sure. But more importantly, dog, we have hoodies for sale.
Most definitely.
Jeff, to my right, is wearing the red version, which will be on sale as you listen to this. We have Coach Locke to the left of me in the navy blue colorway, which is also on sale. Please DM, text, call, so you can get these in your possession as soon as possible. Episode 300, man. Again, we appreciate every person that submitted a
question.
coat.
Oh yeah.
Jacket.
Coat, yeah, jacket, whatever the case may be. Again, that was a great accomplishment for the team. And again, we have the 300 celebration coming up soon.
Most definitely.
Cameraman's getting his dance steps.
Hey, cameraman, he's excited.
dancing for the celebration.
Hey.
For sure.
That's his move. That's his go-to.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
He never mind.
Yeah, no, for sure, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
No doubt.
Thank you, Coach.
No
Thank
doubt.
you, Coach. Keep it low.
No doubt.
You gotta stay low key firing.
You gotta stay low.
You gotta
That's
keep firing.
That's right.
No, but yeah, we got that 300 celebration coming up. We'll be doing some dancing, and if you got the invite, that was the invite right there. It might be a little late, but you got the invite. In this new studio, it's a little colder. It can be a little warm too back here as well. But it looks as if the cameraman
Doesn't.
He's a little kinky. You look like your hat on. You can't even dance because you're cold. Okay. Hey man, you gotta get to the girl. I get it. Again, purchases hoodies.
Yeah.
300 episodes. We're gonna do 300 more. Thank you for everybody that has done anything for us for these last 300 episodes, man. We appreciate you for sure. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Coach Locke,
Give the drummer some.
my boy Jeff.
Because camera's always on, brother.
Better damn know it. The revolution will be podcast. The cameraman, we are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.